Hello everyone, this is MrSjarok, and I'm bringing you another episode of Empires of the Undergrowth. Now, what we're going to be doing now is we are going to rehouse the colony. And then we're going to do the first challenge in the next section. Right.
The counterpart colony has been delivered. We need to commence preparation for the final experiment. After that, we can dispose of the specimens and close the project. You should begin transplanting our Ereptors into the modular formicarium, and be careful with the queen.
Yes, I know how to use a trowel.
Ugh.
So, now we get a bunch of royal jelly. And we are going to have to start rebuilding.
Close the project? Bah! Did you hear that? Final experiment, my foot! I'm in charge of the colony, and I will decide when we've finished testing. There. All set in your new home. Grow quickly, my little ants. We have lots of work to do.
Yeah, so we don't have any excess food, but we do have a bunch of royal jelly. So we can spend that on upgrading our workers, we can spend that on getting these boys. Honestly, I think the stun is better for this. Although I don't know. Stun or taunt. It's gonna be against a bunch of guys, and we sort of built this boy up to be our frontliner. So he's gonna be damage dealer and stunner. Yeah. So what we are going to want on this guy is probably the durable one. All incoming damage decreased, reduced by 3. I think that's better than this one because I don't know how many enemies are going to be doing 20 or above damage. So it's gonna be the durable, and it's gonna be, which one did I pick here? Incoming physical damage by 50, so he already has that. So this one, yeah, it's gonna be both the top ones. And for this one, it's gonna be this one, because not everything is going to no, it's gonna be this one, because this synergizes with this here, because this it decreases the resistance from venom attacks, and then in comes 6 venom damage, and that's gonna be boosted by 40%. Beautiful. Okay, then we are going to have to save up royal jelly for these two, so 300, and we're gonna need food as well, because yeah, So what we're gonna have to do is take the first challenge. We're not gonna start building anything yet, but then of course I can go back and farm these guys for more food and more royal jelly, and I can always go back to these guys because these are relatively quick. And then of course this one and this one can be repeated, but and I won't do that on camera because going again and again through the same thing is not gonna be very fun to look at least in my opinion. So we're gonna go in here on a medium difficulty with the stun major. The stun major because in this one there's not gonna be any actual attack from the environment except some jumping spiders and something like that shit. So that should be
This young queen has successfully
fine.
raised her first daughters beneath the leaf litter of the rainforest floor. The nutritious fungus she fed them as larvae is now dwindling. If they don't find food quickly, they will all starve. The juicy grubs nearby are a staple meal for many underground opportunists, but for now at least, they will go ignored. This budding Atacephalotis leaf-cutter colony has only one viable source of food, and it must be collected above ground.
Yeah, these guys are leaf cutters, which means they will not eat other insects. So they are a bit more limited in what they can eat. But they are quite fun to play nonetheless. So we're gonna place a rotting pile, leaf pile over there, and then we're gonna place a soldier ant. And we're gonna move him onto the harvesting pheromone marker number 1. Let's call it that. I'm gonna click through these so that you can read them, but I don't really need to because, well, I've done this quite a few times already. So now this cell here is going to be I think they're called majors. No, media. First thing we're gonna do is...
The small scouting party of minor workers could lead any number of deadly jungle creatures back to their undefended queen. They will need time and luck on their side.
Yeah. Click through this again. Like so. But we are nonetheless...
The workers have located a patch of young seedlings. Just what they were looking for. The leaves are soft enough to be sliced up with ease and carried back to the nest.
Yeah. So, what we want to build first is this guy. He carries a lot more back to the nest than
The
these.
harvested leaf chunks are not eaten directly. Instead, they are used by the very smallest minim workers to cultivate a nutritious fungus.
Yeah. They collect more than the regular worker. And my train left the station and I'm not on it. Yeah, they collect food faster than the smallest guys. So
The ants' activities outside the nest have not gone unnoticed. They are being watched.
I'm building that guy. I'm also gonna build a bit of a storeroom, and I'm gonna build up a refuse pile when I have the funds to do so. Removing the workers from harvesting duty for now, just to have them start taking out those tiles over there and hopefully build these and these so that we can collect more at each time. This here is going to be for the these workers, because each time we spawn a worker we get a minimum. These guys. Tiny boys. Yeah, minimum for free. And they are generally not attacked by anything as far as I know. Probably because they are under they never go outside and can't be directly controlled. I'm going to start creating these guys because I don't have space to create the other ones. And I need a few more guys.
The most accessible leaves are located to the north of the nest entrance. However, another atta colony has already laid claim to them.
Yeah.
The close proximity of these nests places the two colonies in direct competition with one another. Time will tell which has the potential to grow into a great empire, and which will submit to the unforgiving law of the undergrowth.
Hopefully we will manage this one, because this one, if you fail it, god damn, it's annoying. Because no, it's not always obvious if you fail. But the objective in this one is to collect 10,000 foods overall. Of course, you don't want that to just sit in your bank. You want to continuously build more and more workers and soldiers and all that stuff. Right now we are collecting food to build another one of these boys, because, well, yeah, you see the leaves the regular worker is bringing in, and then you look at this guy. He is picking up at least double or triple the other guy's weight, so we want more of him than the others. It's probably triple at least. So each trip he takes is worth a lot more than the others. So we're gonna fill up this guy, and then we're gonna start digging this for the major. So this level has a quite slow start to it. And these guys are starting over here. Hopefully they won't go into this area. That would definitely mean that this level would be a loss. Because if they take all of this, then I don't have a snowball's chance in hell. I need to take these boys off gathering duty just so that I can have them spawn these boys. And add 1 to their number. Made a bit of a mistake not letting them here earlier, because, well, if there is no worker to make the tile or put the eggs down, then, well, nothing will happen. So we are a bit behind, but it's such a small amount right now that it shouldn't matter. But of course that always snowballs and, well...
As the sun sets below the horizon and the thick rainforest canopy shrouds all but the slightest glimmer of moonlight, the predators of the night begin to emerge.
God damn it. I really hope it isn't, but this actually might be a loss already. Because we won't be able to travel over there until we have a sizable force. Because the travel time in between makes it not worth it until we have a full-on presence over there and have taken almost everything around here. We are continuously spawning the damage dealer of the colony, so hopefully this will start to look better for us soon. This one is clean. Soon we're gonna have to move over here, and then we're gonna move over to these leaves over here and take yeah, they are starting to dance a lot around these guys. And we're gonna want to increase our refuse pile.
These rove beetle larvae are distant relatives of the European devil's coach horse. Despite a few million years of separation, they share the same carnivorous appetite, razor-sharp pincers, and most importantly, a fearsome final form.
Okay, that's been dealt with. We might need some minims. Yeah, I'm gonna spawn a few more of these boys just to get a few more minims to actually do the work. Gonna move these guys over here so the nest work actually gets done. Have the mage soldiers being the only ones outside at the moment. The more tiles we have, the faster this depletes, the faster the minions can move that stuff over. Going to put in a few more regulars. Shouldn't have to go in there anymore, so I can move these guys over. So until I need to level this up to have it go faster, then it should be fine. So then we should have enough minims for now. So having more minims increases the transformation speed of this into this, so, and of this into this. 1000 behind, it's not great. This is pretty much depleted, so we're gonna move over here, start taking these guys, and then we're gonna start making our way up here. Fuck. Start this boy and 2 more of these. That's 3 more minims and 3 more guys that are harvesting. One of the good, what are these called? Media.
Daybreak has arrived, and the creatures of the night scurry back to the dark crevices of the undergrowth. For the ants, however, the objectives of the day remain unchanged. Locate vegetation, defend supply lines, and process leaves.
Yeah.
There is no time for rest.
Pretty much. Ants have that going for them, they are pretty consistent in what they do. But they can get pretty creative when they need to. Fire ants, for example, from what I've seen from the Ants Canada guy, are pretty goddamn creative trying to get out of their containments. Right, I think we are going to want to start building at least 1 or 2 of these, because these guys, they will harvest even more than these guys. So that's pretty good. We have enough guys that some are working the leaves here and some are working this, and
A brightly patterned jumping spider, say Casviri D. purpureus, has subdued one of the workers. This expert solo hunter combines extreme agility with incredible forward vision, allowing it to pounce on unsuspecting prey with pinpoint accuracy.
I'm a little surprised that this is the first time I've been attacked by a jumper. Usually they attack pretty soon. So we have this guy coming up. It's gonna be pretty goddamn great because, yeah.
The leafcutters have raised their first major ant. Its swollen head is filled with muscle to power its crushing jaws. Few stand against it in combat and escape unscathed. This champion warrior will make a fine addition to the colony.
Indeed. This guy carries a bunch. Does not look like he's gonna get anything from this. I really hope he doesn't just turn back when he's done jumping at that. Gonna put out another one, and I'm gonna start working my guys up there.
One of the ants has fallen prey to a young, leaf-mimic praying mantis. Once in range, its long, razor-clad forelegs can ensnare and impale victims with lightning speed.
Yeah, and they're not visible on the minimap. Makes them pretty difficult to avoid. If that's what you wanna try to do. I usually just walk through. Because at the time I encounter them, I usually have a large enough force to just bully my way through. There's a lot of stink around my nest area. So I think I need a few more minims. Which means I need more of the basic worker. Now we are taking most of this here. So this line will be taken up until here. Then I'm gonna select this guy over here, and then a lot of this should disappear as well. About now is the time we are going to start rocketing ahead. Hopefully.
The ants will fight to the death.
Yeah, generally. Gonna need a few more minims just to deal with this. Yeah, I have way too much backlog of leaves as well. So I'm gonna punch down probably one more line of regular ants. I mean, they do help as well, but they're not as strong either in combat or gathering. But I mean, they do alright. But I mean, what they are good for is providing minims. Should probably have them take out the regular leaves over here.
Leafcutters aren't the only ants nearby. Whilst the two atta colonies joust for territory, Odontomachus bowery trapjaws roam the clearing. They can be found hunting alone or in small packs for vulnerable invertebrates to take back to their nest. They use snapping jaws to bludgeon their targets, exerting 300 times their body weight in a single blow.
If I remember correctly, Ants Canada has a colony of snapjaw ants. So, if you wanna see any of that, he does have pretty cool videos. It's a bit too dramatic for my taste, but his channel is way cool, so it's totally worth watching him. So, yeah, I think this is a good thing, what we're doing here. Taking the smaller ants, having them go shorter distances. Taking the majors and the soldier ants and having them go up here to pick up the big chunks. Efficiency. Think like an ant. Or something like that. They are pretty efficient buggers. Let's see if this gets finished. So they pick up...
The battle has begun.
The fuck is mine? 9 minus 2. 7 each. That's pretty goddamn bad. So the major, no, not major, the other one picks up 15. So he picks up double plus 1. Yeah. So that's a bit less than what I thought it was, but it's pretty good nonetheless. Right, we are finished over there, so we're gonna finish here with these guys. Come over there. And we are going to pump in a few more of the basics. Just fill out the chamber. Because we are starting to have a major backlog of dead fungus. So we're gonna need a few more miners. Actually might have to create another basic ant chamber. Major. Push this one over here. And put them up here. So okay, we have something over there, but major. Contract this one, fill it up before I make any more majors.
Night falls, and under the cloak of darkness, velvet worms, bush crickets, and harvestmen emerge from their hiding places.
This motherfucker.
Any ant straying from the relative safety of the trail will likely meet with an unfortunate end.
He will murder all of your ants.
A Paracanthus varius bush cricket has spotted the ants. Its thorax and appendages are adorned with sharp protruding spikes, offering 360 degrees of protection and turning its substantial forelegs into a pair of deadly flails.
Yeah.
This spiny devil will not easily be deterred. An ant has fallen prey to a wandering harvestman. Its long, slender legs keep its vulnerable body elevated high above the leaf litter, and when threatened, it can release strong-smelling odors to deter other predators. A stern response will be needed to drive this striding nuisance away.
This motherfucker walked straight into the line of army ants I have right here, so that's not gonna be an issue.
Overwhelmed by the defensive leafcutter forces, the harvestman decides to make a swift exit.
Yeah. Except he actually died. Entering this shit here will make regular ants sick. So try to do that as little as possible. But it is unfortunately needed in cases like we're having here. should, yeah, this one can be upgraded now, and this one, and that's gonna be the last of the things we can upgrade. Second to last, because when this one is upgraded, then this one can be upgraded as well. Already one of them has died to the sickness that they get from here, so that's gonna be the last of it. And that should make it so that we don't have to well, make it any bigger or upgrade it anymore. The reason I put the regular boys over here is because they can't
The ants
fight anything.
must defend themselves.
So if they are here, they can slow down these guys a bit until our big guys can come and deal with them proper. Sort of, apparently. Small harvestman, we got dealt with over there. Managed to kill bush cricket. Right. So apparently this one does not harvest anymore. He just is strong as fuck. And therefore is a good addition to the lineup, just to make it a bit more defensive. We are going to have to start going over here. We still want this. So I'm gonna start sending these guys over there. Hopefully on the way they will pick up this shit and some of this one. And why are they not harvesting anything?
The ants must fight.
It's not gonna be an issue. We need minims to... So I'm gonna increase how much we can hold, and then I'm going to start spawning these boys. These guys are gonna come over here with this group, and
the battle has begun.
What battle? Okay, this has all been taken. I was afraid of this. I'm going with those just for now, and then in the morning you're gonna come over here and take this. this guy over there. Okay, sneak past this danger here.
As the sun rises over the treetops above, the diurnal jungle invertebrates emerge once again to replace their nighttime counterparts. The ants will remain steadfast in their efforts. All must be risked for the harvest.
You are gonna go up here. Okay, group number 1 is gonna go over here and hopefully take the last of this. No, I got them up over here. This is ours now. I'm gonna go back to those. Okay, we have a shit ton of minims now. Okay. These guys are gonna go with the rest of the big ants to the top up here. I'm gonna move these guys over here just to speed it up a bit. We harvest, and then I'm going to where would they? Yeah, we'll probably go over here. So they have already taken everything here. They are a bit ahead of us. Fuck. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be really fucking close. We have taken most of the good spots. Seem to be having trouble here. Yeah, they are. So I'm moving them all over to group 1 just to speed that fucker up. Oh, we have one guy here. Group 2 is going over here. Oh, it's so fucking close. Haha, we're finally ahead of them. Okay, we're gonna need to keep building. Okay. Okay. We can do this. They're back ahead of us. This little fucker is being swarmed by small guys. This field here is being swarmed by army. God damn, this is close. Three is gonna go over here. One's gonna go either intercept. Two is coming over here. Doesn't matter if it's 2 or 4. No one's not going to collect any food for now. They're gonna block.
The battle has begun. The ants have subdued their rivals and achieved dominion over the clearing. As the competition withers, they will extend their territory in all directions, firmly establishing their agricultural empire. One day this colony will number in the millions.
Fuck. That was way too close for comfort. God damn. So we're gonna go for the extra food. Because goddamn, we should have enough royal jelly after both of these to fix up the upgrades for the ants. So
Is it I'm all ready.
Yes, our queen is insatiable.
god damn, that last one was close. So this is gonna be regulars. No, not regulars, the basic bitch soldier ones. Basic melees. This one is gonna be spitter. A little bit further away. This one is going to be I was gonna say major, but I'm probably gonna build a basic bed here, spitter and food because I forgot the food tile, or I might just shrink this one a bit, take this one out, replace the spitter behind the queen and just place the food tile over here. So, yes, that does sound like a plan. So, this is food. I'll be placing a marker over there, basic pitch here, major over here. I'm gonna have to redraw that. And then yeah, I'm gonna have it 3-4 wide, like this one. Do I want it that big though? No, it's gonna be a 3 wide. It's gonna be enough. Food store is full. Oh no. Yeah. Maybe start building the food store. Might be a bright idea. So, I'm gonna have the ants dig out this boy and collect the food in the meantime, and I'm gonna fill this up with basic bits army and see if I can build any majors. Then I'm going to, I think we won't put down any extra workers, I think, because we don't really need them for anything, I think. Yeah, no, maybe we'll do like a double white. I think that's this is a 19, I think, or is that a double white? Anyway, we'll figure it out when it comes to it after we have built all the army ants that we need. And so I will see you next time after I have built this up, and yeah, until then, bye bye.